Okay, so here we are, leaving Loch Tay Highland Lodges, and we are heading to the Bridge of Balgie, which is over these hills, and the first place we'll hit is Lawyers Dam. So here we go. Okay, so here we are entering the Ben Lawyers National Nature Reserve. It will take us up to the Ben Lawyers Dam. I'll tell you a wee bit about that when we get up there. So we go up here, Hairpin Bend, away up here, and then over that way. Okay? Living the dream. Here we go. Lawyers Dam, folks. Built between 1951 and 1956. 445 metres wide, 42 metres high, feeding the Finlar power station at the bottom here, just in Loch Tay. Okay, so we're going to follow the loch away up there and get to a place called Fortingall. We're running parallel to the road between Killin and Kenmore, but as I said, we're already up behind the hills behind it, so we're taking that road in, and then Kenmore is our next stop, so enjoy the view. So we've just passed through the Bridge of Algae and we're in Glen, Lyon, and this is the picture that we see now. I'll maybe put the drone up and see if we can get a better view. Don't know what that is up there, that monument. Must have a wee look. Okay, so having stopped at the Bridge of Algae to have a little drone flight, I noticed this magnificent monument here, and I'm intrigued to find out what it is. Probably some form of war memorial, I'm guessing, which is very popular in and around these small sort of villages, hamlets in Scotland. So here we are. It's a war memorial, sacred to the memory of those who gave their lives in World War II, as well as to the glory of God and grateful remembrance of those those from Glen, Lyon who fell in the Great War, 1914 to 1919. As I film this, actually, it's just the anniversary of the Battle of Britain, so it seems quite poignant that should be here today. Anyway, let's continue our travel up to Glen, Lyon. Up Glen, Lyon, not up to, because we're actually in Glen, Lyon. And that's just past the Bridge of Algae. And we now are off to Innerwick, then we go to Cambusvracken, Inverarr, Glen, Lyon and Fortingall. And there's something in Fortingall which is maybe worth, something very old there, worth stopping to see. So here we are in Fortingall, and I'm going to take you into a Church of Scotland church, and I want to show you this magnificent tree here, which is called the Fortingall yew tree, deemed to be between 2,000 and 9,000 years old. It makes it the oldest living tree thing in Europe, allegedly. 9,000 years, even 2,000 years. Bloody hell. Wonder how, well, I don't know how they can date it. I suppose they can. Close your wall. Why is there a wall round the yew? In question often asked by visitors. The yew is to be protected by the wall for three good reasons. So there's three reasons for the yew tree to be enclosed in a wall. Firstly, second half of the 18th century, as it became popular with tourists, people used to chop bits off it and start making things like soup bowls out of it. Secondly, in the early 1990s, a root-rotting fungal pathogen was recorded in Britain. And also, thirdly, the soil surrounding the famous trees become compacted by the feet of many thousands of visitors. I don't know how they can work out that nothing else is older than it, but yeah, still pretty impressive, folks. Still pretty impressive. Anyway, onward and upward, and we head now on to Kenmore. So here we are at Kenmore, folks. That was a journey. Very picturesque. This is the Courtyard Lounge Bar and Cafe. Highly recommended. So here we are. This bridge is the bridge at Kenmore, and it takes us on to Aberfeldy next. Lovely sunny day and a beautiful view. That is Loch Tay, and this is the bridge at Kenmore. We're approaching one of the oldest inns in Scotland now, just as we come towards the end of Kenmore. So, just show you that in a wee minute. Kenmore Hotel, Scotland's oldest inn, established in 1572. Did a good job building that. We're in Kenmore at the moment, and the next place I want to actually show you is a place called Taymouth Castle, which I discovered personally about a couple of years ago, and I found it quite fascinating. And it has a 18-hole golf course attached to it, but at the moment it's in a state of flux because work was being done on it, but it's been stopped for the moment. So this is part of their golf course. They are actually maintaining the golf course to some extent, so obviously someone is looking to the future. It's a bit like the Marie Celeste. It basically just stopped operating one day. Behind me is Taymouth Castle, built between 1801 and 1842. It's had numerous uses over the years. Originally a hotel, it was used in the war by Polish soldiers as it was a hospital. It was an event centre up to 2016. It used to hold weddings and banquets, etc. But then all of a sudden the money dried up while it was halfway through its refurbishment, and it's never been quite completed. There's a lot of mystery actually about the place regarding things like money. Apparently one of Colonel Gaddafi's sidekicks had reportedly invested in it, and the Libyan government to this day are trying to get help from the British government to find out if that is the case. Other rumours include Madonna and Cher have been interested in buying the property, and the last time we were here a few months ago, we were met by one of the people who look after it, who told us there was a big name in Hollywood who was after, who was possibly going to buy it. But it's a bit like the Loch Ness Monster. I think if you just keep recounting these stories of people that might be interested, it just gives it a bit of added extra flavour. So I'm among a number of illustrious visitors to this place, including William Gladstone and Queen Victoria, so I suppose I should feel honoured. Don't know what bedroom they particularly stayed in, but they have been here. So the next part of the journey is from here at Kenmore to Aberfeldy, and there's one other wee bit en route I'd like to stop off and show you. Fans of Outlander might appreciate this, so we'll stop there next.